Mafia video of the week. So we have two today, one from Anna and one from Tracy. Anna sent me this a while back, and so she probably forgot. But trust me when I tell you, I'm gonna play it, and Anna's gonna take over because mm, no experience in this whatsoever. See, Anna, you sent me so many things you can't remember what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. So the title of it, the struggles, a lot of struggles with neurodivergent.
I'm so tired of being tired. Today, I got dressed, made breakfast, and had a Zoom call. That was all I did. And that was too much for me. That was too much. People in my life are like, oh, it's so nice. Like, you don't have any responsibilities. Like, you just get to relax all day. Like, no, I'm not relaxing. I'm working my ass off to do things that you don't even consider tasks. I've been cutting things out of my life to try to make my life more sustainable so that I recover from burnout. And it's gotten to the point where I don't leave my house, I don't have friends, I don't do fun things, I don't have a job, and I'm still burnt out. Burnout just sucks. It's so lonely and it's so miserable. And people don't understand the struggle.
Let me take a shot at this. I want everybody to think about a day of you wake up in the morning, you get out of bed, you dress yourself, you cook you some breakfast, you have a Zoom call, um, and to everybody else, that's a normal morning. I want you to do that while carrying a 50-pound, 50, 75-pound vest on your body. From the time you wake up, not after you wake up and you put it on. No, no, no. You have a pound vest on in bed. That's how you're going to start your day. And I don't mean just the vest on. I mean around your legs, around your arms, around your neck, and do those same tasks. Getting out of bed, cooking breakfast, having a Zoom call. Because you're going to be feeling really relieved sitting down, realizing that you got to get back up. Oh, and by the way, remember that 75-pound weight? Yeah, that sitting down is not comfortable either. That's my shot at trying to imagine how it is. And I'm pretty sure I'm speaking of at a 25% rate on what it actually is.
You're getting there, though. That's a very good analogy.
But take it away, Anna.
Well done, because that is a great start to trying to understand what it is somebody with neurodivergence goes through. When I asked you to think of what are the steps that it takes for you to take a shower, most people would answer that. Most people with a healthy brain, let me say, would answer that grab a change of clothes, go turn on the shower. Depending on what is going on with the brain, for people with neurodivergence, that very same, okay, I have to get up, I have to pick out clothes that are going to be comfortable. Hopefully the whole closet is filled with this, and you don't make things more complicated for yourself than you need to. Then you have to get your brush, then you have to get your loofah, then you have to get your soap, then you have to get your shampoo, your conditioner, your leave-in, and don't forget if you have any medicated shampoo, if you have any medicated soap, these things all have to be used in a certain order. These things all, it's so tedious for a brain to try to think of, okay, how can I get through the normal, mundane things when they are anything but mundane for us? I personally have to go make sure that the temperature in my bathroom is okay because my body freaks out at difference of temperatures. So guess what stepping out of the nice warm shower is gonna feel like for me? So I have to prepare for that. It's gonna be painful, and I might just crumple. I cannot go into a bathroom alone for a shower or a bath. I have lost friends who had seizures in a bath and drowned. This is something that, and then, oh my gosh, okay, yeah, Zoom call. So you've gone through, we've got through a shower, times all that for making breakfast and thinking, what am I going to eat that's not going to disturb my stomach? What am I going to, there's a million things that go into what can I do that will mitigate all of the things that upset my body. And because my brain takes things in such an intense way, I have to be sure that I soften things. And I make sure I have grab bars. I have all the help. Go to a Zoom call. If you are autistic, you spend a lot of time looking at other people and trying to mimic their behavior. Oh, they're making eye contact. Okay, so I better make eye contact with them. Oh, okay, so they're moving their hands when they're I better do this. Otherwise, I am going to come across as it looks like I'm not interested. You know how I say, when I'm looking down, it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm actually hyper focusing, trying to hyper focus. Things that look one way from the outside it's a kaleidoscope of horrors on the inside. And we're just trying to make it from one corner to the next without having complete burnout. When you get to the point where, no more energy, no more, I have nothing left to give you, let alone myself. That burnout can last months. So there is a whole bunch of nuance to this subject because I was mostly focusing on some autism, some ADHD, and some neuropathy, neuropain. And there's a world inside here that it's too hard to explain in one go. And like when people are saying to you, like, I'm doing my best, and then you see them just absolutely break down into tears like that woman was going to, I feel for them because I know I've been there. Then there are times that you're right in the middle of a great subject and your brain just blanks and you're trying desperately to grasp any kind of little bit of a wall to climb back up and to engage again. And then you get left behind in the conversation. There is so much going on inside a brain that has been damaged or just it does not work right um, for whatever reason. It could be trauma, it could be disease, could be a whole bunch of things. Once again, I just would make the appeal for patience, compassion, and if you don't understand, ask us questions. Questions are perfectly fine. Like, we may tell you, I can't answer that right now, but I will get back to you, I promise. There's a whole group of people who are looking to be able to come back out into society and think, okay, hey, maybe not everybody thinks I'm so weird until society does its thing and completely pushes you away. So I will close with, please, more patience, more compassion. We'd go a long way.
Susan asks, how do the rest of us make it easier?
So, like I said, asking questions. Number one, if you notice somebody having any kind of trouble, ask if is there something that I can do. A lot of times there won't be anything except you being there and understanding that, hey, this isn't always going to be a completely hard interaction. This isn't always going to absolutely tax every bit of our mental acuity. Sometimes we just need a few minutes, we'll reboot, and we'll be back up. And honestly, I can't answer that because it's too different for everybody. But I mean, for me, like, I have signs with my family that if I am getting too overwhelmed, if too many conversations are going on at the same time, my brain completely shuts down, will not accept new information. And I will either get to a point where it looks like I faint. I leave my brain because it's too painful. Or I will start to go like this. Sorry. One finger up. Any one of my caregivers knows trouble is happening and they have to get to me. So if you're spending a lot of personal time with somebody, make some little cues between you and them that if the person is too overwhelmed, let them come up with something like, sometimes people just kind of go like, my brain is very, let them communicate, but then let them reboot, give them time. And maybe ask if they need space. If I may, just a moment, I'm sorry. Susan, if you are worried that you are stressing somebody out, be honest with them. It's better that you are bluntly honest and say, hey, is this too much? Do you need me to back away? Trust me when I say that we would much rather you be honest, blunt, and upfront than dance around something. We will know every time that you're dancing around something. So, sorry.
That's all right. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Susan.